Well, I had a pretty uneventful night shift last night. The wind started calming down around, I want to say like 9. I ended up working with around 13 to 15 knots of wind all through my night shift, which is great. It was a pretty steep broad reach. So every once in a while, I put it on wind vane, and every once in a while I would just go up and make sure we were like going super far south or something, and maybe try to change the angle a bit so the jib was flogging a bit less, but super easy passage. The seas calmed down, and it turned out really nice. And then when I slept, I think the engine went on twice, so fairly easy night. I'm so happy that mess is over, because that would be a hard 4-day passage if it was just laid out the whole time. So
looks like it's gonna go, does it?
You usually have to tug on the sail itself. You're fine. Oh, maybe it'll work. Oh, yeah. Beautiful. That's awesome.
Flying the kite. We got a day and a half to go, and we don't want to have to fuel up in Vanuatu. So we're going to try our best to get in with the kite. But it's looking pretty light for the next day and a half. So feeling good now, though, eh?
Yeah. We've really gotten like every kind of weather so far on this passage. We started out with like 28 knots and huge seas, and now we're like 5 knots of wind and flat seas. It's glad we have sails for everything.
when we tell people that we are sailors, they always say, "Whoa, that's so adventurous. Have you ever been in a storm? Have you ever run aground? Can it be intense?" And yes, the answer to all that is yes, but for the most part, sailing is the opposite. It's setting the sails and then hanging out in the cockpit and reading until the wind changes, which is sometimes days. Whether it's comfortable seas or uncomfortable conditions, you're likely to be in it for a few days.
Oh, the moon is still out, eh?
What I want to convey is that it's not always dramatic. It's not always YouTube highlight worthy. It teaches you to slow down, how to be okay with being in uncomfortable conditions, how to be bored, and how to appreciate comforts, how to work together as a team.
I've been taking my seasickness pills on this passage, and it's been so enjoyable. I can cook, I can read, I can use the indoor bathroom. There we got the ocean big rollers, hey? The nice lully big rollers that come from far away and gently lift the boat and put it back down.
That's nice.
They're still 2.5 meters, but you don't notice them when they're gentle.
Nice day of sailing, hey? So Kiana is just cruising along here with the kite up all day. Probably averaging about 6 knots, maybe 6.5. And yeah, kind of an ideal conditions kind of day. Nice big rolly following seas in a good way. Usually rolly's bad, but what would you call that? Big long period?
Big rollers.
Big rollers, not rolly. Yeah, nice comfortable day on the water, and we haven't had to touch the kite since we put it up. Pretty nice.
Yeah, it's been incredibly nice. Sleeps have been really good. I feel like both of us have been getting a solid 6 hour plus even. And yeah, this is the longest the kite has been up with no problems, and since we've owned this boat, it's just been easy. So, it's nice. Kind of boring.
Cruising.
Journal Day 3, Fiji to Vanuatu. We have put a lot of miles under the keel this season, and I was starting to feel a little worn down. Wanting to stay put for a bit, catch up on editing, do some other hobbies, maybe on land. The sail to Vanuatu, however, is so peaceful and easy. It's reminding me to appreciate the journey as much as the destination. It's been 10 knots broad reach for 2 days straight. We left the spinnaker up overnight for the first time ever, and I slept in the cockpit under the stars.
Guys, look it! Well, apart from Benjamin,
Land ho.
a land ho. Land. Man, for any ladies who are out there watching, I will say one thing that's negative about sailing is that it really destroys your hair. The salt and the sun and the wind just like absolutely dries your hair out. Anyways, it's been a really great passage. We spent all day, half of yesterday with our spinnaker up, beautiful sailing, consistent wind, consistent, like, I would say 10 knots, even though all overnight I just set autopilot to wind vane mode and it was like 8 to 10 knots all night, consistently from the same direction, we were heading the same direction the whole night. It was beautiful. It's almost 1 o'clock today and we are just now taking the spinnaker down. And we only did that because this little island is kind of really throwing us off. We would have just driven right up onto the beach if we did an ultra course. And so we're gonna figure out a different tack here. Or maybe we'll just motor a little bit north of it and then set the spinnaker back up and just whoosh, straight shot in. So yeah, it's been a great passage. How cool is this little island? This is called Fatuna, I think, just off the coast of Vanuatu. It doesn't look like there's any anchorages on it, and I didn't see on the satellite like any homes or anything. But I think I maybe do see some radio towers, but how cool, hey? It's just one of those islands that are like out floating in the Pacific that not a lot of people get to go to, and super untouched and super remote. Kind of looks like a volcano too. It also means we're almost there.
Another near perfect day of sailing, hey?
Yeah, it's like 10 knots on the beam and we got full white sails up. We'll probably be there in like 4 hours or so, which is crazy because I originally calculated it would take us like 4.5 days. It's gonna take us something like not even 4. We left around 11.
It'll be 3.5 days, roughly.
3, yeah. Not even 4. Crazy.
It's been a good passage. A little bit of everything. Remember when we got smacked at the beginning?
Yeah. And I was starting to be like, what kind of a weather window is this? Especially because we had to motor a bit the next day. So I was like, we've had too much and then too little. And that was just like for the first day and a quarter. And then since then, it's just been like literally smooth sailing. It's spinnaker, set it, forget it, consistent wind.
Beautiful beam reach now.
Beautiful beam or broad, and it's been so easy.
Easy peasy. fluffy low gray cloud, and then like the high wisps above it.
That night, we pulled into the anchorage in the dark, and in the morning, we woke up to this. We weren't even gonna stop here. We were gonna hustle to like Brisbane, and instead when I wake up to like caves to take your dinghy into, like a pier, a surf wave, a black sand beach, a volcano that's active and spitting. Like this is, for first impressions, this is as cool as it gets. Like I'm looking around and I'm like, whoa. I'm gonna have to figure out that. We'll have to find out a local and ask him a bunch of questions. Interrogate him, like I do with all locals.
Morning. So we got in after dark last night. Not too much after dark, but decided to just go ahead and drop the hook kind of further out of the anchorage because it was too dark to see where the shallow spots would be. But pleasant surprise, we woke up in a place we've never been, and I look out the back out towards the end of the anchorage here, and it looks like there could be a tiny little peeling right-hand point break. So that's exciting because I was not expecting any surf here at all. We'll have to see. It looks really tiny right now, but it might be fun. It might be worth going out with Allie's longboard or maybe my mid-length and getting a couple waves. We'll see. That's actually like one thing I thought would happen a little bit more often on this trip is just sort of like stumbling upon random little waves here and there in areas that you might not expect there to be waves. Sort of like pleasant surprise waves. So this could be the one.
Yo!
What's up, skipper?
Welcome to Vanuatu,
Yeah,
ladies
bud.
and gentlemen. Nice sail, nice sail.
Was a nice sail.
Oh, nice to be. This place is paradise.
Did you guys just hope too, or did you actually go that slow?
Oh, I took everything down a little staysail. We went 3 knots all night. Perfect sailing.
It was lovely,
conditions. Yeah, it was like we were going 7, so we just decided to slow it down to 3.
Yeah.
And
Got some sleep?
and it was enough pressure because it was on the beam to just sleep like a baby all night.
Nice.
And then pull in.
And then like,
Mordor.
yeah, it looks evil.
You know what's sweet? I've got a photo on my phone. So there's this local guy named Donovan who seems to be a bit of a legend around here. I think he owned the yacht club that existed here before Cyclone hit in 2023, and he's rebuilding. So we saw in a group chat that it was like back in August, and he was looking for help with solar panel connections. So I replied to that. I don't know why I even saw the message, but I did. And it turns out he does still need the help. So we just connected with him on Facebook, and we're gonna go meet him in like half an hour. And see.
Got his working shirt on.
White skin don't burn.
Your white skin definitely burns.
That definitely lets UV.
Oh, guys, look a lot like Atuhiva.
I got it.
That like continuous rip, always facing land. Oh, I gotta stop at my boat. Nice to meet you.
Ian of the Miss Black Pizza. Is there a pool?
Oh, really?
Oh wow. No way!
Cook eggs in 5 minutes.
What?
There's one over there too. Hey?
Is there a pool there or is it?
Oh, we heard online you got a problem with some solar panels.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. You want to look at it or
Oh yeah.
is it closed?
Can we walk? That's fine. That's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what we got.
Hit subscribe and the bell so that you get a notification when next week's episode comes out, where we explore this super remote community, how they live completely off-grid, and help Donovan set up solar panels for his family.
You built this?
Support the channel over on Patreon. See you next week.